Hello, welcome to the Music and History channel. I am Colin and I'm going to tell you all about Bob Dylan today. Well, not all about Bob Dylan. About Bob Dylan's Hard Rain album that was recorded on May 23rd, 1976, 49 years ago. Woo! It's one of my personal favorite albums of his. It has a certain anger and energy about it, and let me tell you how that came to be. You see, this was the second part of Bob's Rolling Thunder Revue tour. The first part had taken place on the East Coast, the Northeast, in 1975, and this was the second half, going through some of the South and the West in 1976. However, some of the concerts were less than sold out, shall we say, down south, and Bob had also been going through some personal issues, and some felt that the energy of the first Rolling Thunder Revue tour, maybe the magic had been lost a little. And this is represented by, instead of Bob wearing his gorgeous cowboy hat that he had on in 1976, he's now wearing literally a rag on his head tied around with some beads in a sort of schmata headdress appearance, and the band began to adopt this look too. So, and the music started to get a little rowdier, a little more ragged, and maybe the rags on the head sort of, went along with that. Anyway, the idea was that this was also going to be recorded and filmed for an album and a TV special on NBC. And they had recorded some in Clearwater, Florida, a little earlier. But some acoustic stuff, some part of the review, but they wanted maybe some more songs, a different feel, and outdoor energy. So Fort Collins, Colorado was where this was going to take place, in Hughes Stadium. By the time the band gets there, though, they're going to stay at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, which apparently is was the inspiration for The Shining and Stephen King. The band is staying there. It's going to be great fun. You can ride horses, blah, blah, blah. But instead it just rains for a whole week. Bob himself is footing the whole bill, Got the band, the crew, the film crew, and the cost of the hotel and everything. And a week goes by and the band is going crazy. Everyone's getting a bad mood, Bob included. And they finally just say on May 23rd, we're going to play this concert, rain or shine. And that's rain. And rain it did, and a hard rain. And the band, Bob had been taking up some of his time by painting these huge murals that were going to be in the backdrop of the stage. They are now at the Bob Dylan Museum in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And all this energy and frustration just comes out in the live show, and it's got this kind of, punkish, angry energy to it. The songs are raggedy. Bob himself is playing some lead guitar. And you can just feel the rain whipping in their face. And in fact, it was also cold, and the audience is there at a big stadium, and everyone's just hanging together, and Bob's ripping through Idiot Wind and Maggie's Farm, and it's just got a certain energy that I really love. I don't know if the overall public agrees, but it was also signaling further Bob is not going to do his hits note for note, wrote the way you hear them as you first heard them on the radio or on his records. He's going to present them in new keys, new melodies, new instruments, new arrangements. Let's have some fun. But maybe fun is not the word in the Hard Rain album. And it's kind of not an entertainment piece. It's just showing you Bob's feelings, the songs, the attitude in the moment. And it's intense. And some say that's a sign of true artistry. I also happen to find it entertaining, so you should check out the Hard Rain album. Eventually, the TV special and album was released a few months later. And Bob, of course, moved on and did something completely different the next time. But I think you should check out the Hard Rain album, recorded on May 23rd, the day before Bob's birthday, which is on May 24th. Yeah, so that is a little music and history for you. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the channel, and I got more coming. Thank you.